as those teams are probably under-resourced and needing the capabilities as a partner or within their partners to help them achieve those outcomes that they're looking for. It means that it's quite a specific set of skills and deliverables that partner needs to have.
Yeah, as an asset owner these days, they have to be much more of an intelligent customer in terms of the environment they actually operate in. And the environment is driven by decarbonisation and is governed by various processes, be it CREM or GRESB or others, that people expect there. Typically, those asset investors and owners are not geared to actually have the expertise on board to actually do that specific delivery, which is why a net zero carbon partner is an essential part going forward for any sizable infrastructure or real estate asset base.
And when we look at, as you've mentioned earlier, the built environment represents 40% of global emissions, and where that sits as a challenge, but equally an opportunity as well to make something meaningful happen here. As an organisation, we're targeting to reduce overall emissions by 1 million tonnes by 2030, but that's only one small step on the overarching journey. So as an organisation, we want to be there to support our clients with their own targets and goals, many of which are saying to us right now they want to achieve net zero carbon by 2030 or 2040. That equally presents a bit of a challenge in itself, doesn't it?
I think there's a lot of peer pressure in any kind of sector. We're talking about commercial real estate in this conversation, but you could extrapolate this across any kind of industrial practice. I worked in the water industry as a non-executive director in a major UK water business, and there was a huge pressure to pledge to be net zero by 2030, and people did. The reality is that most organisations don't know where to start on that journey, let alone implement it by that time. And where we sit today, that's only 60 years away. It'll go in a heartbeat. It's no time at all. I think what we can do in that time is you can definitely demonstrate a path. You can definitely seek out and demonstrate true value savings that add the value and should give the confidence to an investment committee or board that, okay, you can see the pathway to take to actually get you further down that road, and you have all the benefits of reducing your dependency on carbon as you travel it. But the reality is that when you look at scope 1, scope 2, scope 3 emissions as defined in ESG language these days, most people don't understand beyond scope 1. They certainly don't understand scope 3. When you actually look into your manufacturing and your resources around the world, what the true impact of the choices that you will make as an endpoint consumer as to what that means down any kind of supply chain is, my personal view is that 2030, even 2050 in some cases is hugely ambitious, but that does not mean you don't start.
No, exactly.
You have to start.
Yeah, exactly. We have that. It's a socio-economic pressure that's upon us. We have to do something, not just for now, but also what we would classify as the next generation and the generation after that. We've got to make a meaningful impact.